Good morning, Miss Cheryl.
Who's she?
Miss Webster has called to see Mrs. Robinson.
Can I offer you anything, Miss Webster?
No, thank you. I've had breakfast.
Are you Joan Webster?
Yes.
You're going to marry Sir Robert Bellinger, aren't you?
Yes. Do you mind?
I don't mind. He's rich, isn't he?
Well, I haven't counted his money.
Are you rich?
No.
Excuse me, madam. Can I have the afternoon off?
Now, Martin, that's too bad of you. You're playing bridge with Mrs. Crozier.
I see, madam, then that's quite all right.
What do you mean it's quite all right?
I'd intended to spend the evening at Acknacroish myself, madam.
You, Martin, what do you mean? Has Mrs. Crozier asked you to make a fourth?
No, madam. I'm invited by Mr. Campbell, Mrs. Crozier's head gardener. He's giving a ceilidh. It's his diamond wedding.
Diamond wedding. Fancy being married to you, Adam, for 60 years.
Yeah.
Well, if Mr. Robinson doesn't mind, I don't. We leave at 4.
Thank you.
All right.
Adam! Surely you told me Robert was having breakfast with us.
No, my dear, I said that Robert's fiancée was coming to breakfast. And here she is.
This is wonderful. My dear, we're going to be such friends. That man woke me up when the telephone went and mumbled something. I had no idea you were here. I'd have been down in a flash. What did Robert say your name was? But there, we'll be calling you Lady Bellinger soon.
Her name's Joan Webster.
Good morning, Cheryl, darling. You, of course, know everything.
If only we'd known that you were stranded here. You brought your luggage, of course. You'll have the blue guest chamber open for the future Lady Bellinger, won't you, Hooper?
Well, really, I do
Oh,
think
say
that
no more. I'm one of Robert's oldest friends, and you're going to be his wife. Now, let's have a look at you. Oh, yes, you pass. With honors.
That reminds me, we need a fourth at bridge. We are going this afternoon to old Rebecca Crozier's at Acknacroish. Do you play? No. Oh, this generation. Mind you, Cheryl plays, but we're not quite in her class. She says we play a stingy game, don't you, Cheryl? Ooh, fairy stories at breakfast. Are you coming with us to see Auntie Crozier, darling?
It depends.
Now, that's too bad of you. You promised. Daddy's a witness.
Well, how are you, my dears? Come in, come in.
Rebecca, darling, you look wonderful.
Murdoch, will you go and light the lamp? I'm sorry to have kept you all standing in the wind. Cheryl? Who is this charming young lady?
This is Joan Webster, Rebecca, who's going to marry Robert Bellinger.
So I congratulate him.
How do you do?
Put down your things, everybody, anywhere.
Make it under your own buttons. Well, how on earth could you manage with 3 people in a house like Acknacroish?
Oh, I always had plenty of guests.
Guests? They give so much work.
Not my guests, my dear. Torquil, these are friends of mine. They've taken Son, the English family Robinson.
How do you do?
How do you do?
This is Joan Webster.
How do you do, Miss Webster?
How do you do?
I hope you've got a good long leave.
6 more days.
Well, it's certainly far enough from the war here.
Plates, Torquil?
Anything else, ma'am?
No, thank you, Murdoch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and half for the little one. You know, Torquil, this young lady's going to be the mistress of your house for the duration.
I hope you'll be very happy, though.
I'm sure I shall. Are you the owner of Kilorin? Really? How interesting. Do you know, we nearly took Kilorin ourselves. We found it just a little bit too expensive. Your agent asked an enormous rent for it.
I'm afraid that's the only income I ever get from Kiloran. You see, for 3 years' rent, I can live there myself for 6. That's Highland economics.
Everybody saccharine?
No, no.
Rebecca.
Yes, please.
If I were to let my house, I should never live to enjoy the money I should get for it.
Oh, you'll outlive us all. Acknacroish is a breeding place for Methuselahs. Look at Campbell.
Is that your gardener who's giving the ceilidh? Martin's invited.
Campbell's diamond wedding, quite a start on you, my dear.
I'll catch up.
I shall have to put in an appearance later on.
But bridge first.
Yes. Bridge first. Have you ever seen any Highland dancing?
No, never.
You ought to see our open gathering in peacetime. Of course, it's not so big or so famous as Bremar or Inverness. But it has its own quality. You came through Oban?
Yes, the harbor was wonderful, and that lovely green island.
Imagine it, full of yachts, big and small. And there's racing and Highland games all day. And at night, they give a ball. You can't imagine what a wonderful sight it is. The assembly rooms are all hung with special hangings in dark red. And the women wear tiaras, those that have them. And the place blazes with jewels. The men are more splendid than the women. With their velvet doublets and scarlet waistcoats, their lace cuffs and jabots, their buttons of gold and silver, their cairn gawns, their buckle shoes, and their filibergs of every shade and color. And the pipes play, and we dance, We dance all night till the sun shines through the curtains.
Lovely. What does Philibeg mean?
The kilt. It really means the little kilt is worn nowadays.
Now, what about bridge? Joan doesn't play. Do you play, Mr. McNeil?
No, I'm sorry, no.
Mazzini wants you.
She came off from the ladder. Do you mind going up a little further? The lady wants to come up.
The lady can have my place.
Thanks.
Not relax.
Here you are. Better?
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, Martin, it's a skatish, not a minuet.
Three pipers. They must have come over from the mainland.
Oh, that was fine.
Do you think you could dance the Scottish?
I think so.
Good.
I suppose we ought to go back now.
Oh, no hurry.
Friends and neighbors, I ask 100,000 blessings on my father and mother. They are 60 years married this day. Peace and happiness be with them. The pride of the great Clan Campbell.
Come on, Mr. Campbell.
Oh. No.
I went down to Eric this morning.
I know.
I went into Moy Castle.
Did you?
Shall I tell you what it's like inside?
Yes, please.
It's just as you told me in the story. I saw the hall where McNeil feasted and the dungeon in the thickness of the wall. It's awful. And on the ramparts at the top, there's a stone.
With a curse written on it.
You've been inside.
No, but I was young once. I had a nanny.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I've read it.
It's a terrible, strong curse.
Terrible.
Now you know why McNeil dreads to enter the castle. Careful.
Yes.
Kenny, don't be silly. It's only you I love.
You do?
scones?
Aye.
Excuse me, but is it not MacNeil of Killeoran?
Yes, and you'll be a Campbell.
John Campbell Killeoran. I must tell my father that you're here. He'll be the proud man.
You'll do nothing of the sort. MacNeil at the Campbell's Cayley.
Nappy me header.
Hey! Well, roll me, and then more free. El no drive from
Wait a minute, no, later on, Huey, later on. Alistair, Roman in down boy. Roman in down boy.
That's a fine song. Not Brown Maiden, do you know it?
Tune up, pipers.
It goes, a Rome and not Brown Maiden, a ream and not Brown Maiden. A row, 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 maiden, you're the maid for me.
Killeoran, is that yourself, sir? Is this the way to treat an old friend on the day of his diamond wedding?
We didn't want to intrude, Mr. Campbell. Here's length of good life to you and Mrs. Campbell.
Thank you indeed, Killeoran. The intrude, is it? Now, you and your lady must come in and meet Mrs. Campbell, and you'll have a dram with us.
Torquil, I must go.
You can't go now. It's going to be a grand Cayley. Just grand.
It's very good of you, but Killeoran knows I must get back.
Lauren knows nothing of the sort.
You must see the dancing.
But I saw perfectly well from here, thank you.
We've seen nothing yet, my lady.
We've got 3 pipers, 3 of them, just by luck. They were ordered by the rich man on Killeoran, but just by luck they couldn't get. It was the gale stopped them.
Cheer up. They are your pipers. How do you do, Mr. Campbell? Miss Webster?
Good night.
Excuse me, miss, and you, sir. May I be allowed to say that you were the best dancers at the Cayley?
Thank you, Martin. Please, God. You know how important it is for me to get to Killeoran. Please. Let the gale drop. Or let me get to the island somehow. Please. Please.
Hallo, Maatje. Waar is de show?
Morning, Bridie.
Hello, Killeoran.
Martin Killeoran.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Kenny.
Good morning, Miss Webster.
Wind's backing a bit.
Uh-huh. It's not blowing near so hard. Oh, yes, tomorrow we'll be crossing to Killeoran. Or maybe the day after.
But not today.
Himself is going to Tobermory by the bus to see the dentist.
Toothacheing this morning?
No, but if he doesn't go now, there's no saying when the next gale will be. It's only then himself has the time.
Uh-huh. Saw you at the Cayley. How old are you, Bridie?
I'll be 17
You'll be marrying soon.
when the right man comes along.
How old are you, Kenny?
18.
Getting on, not thinking of taking a wife?
Oh, I'll be called up soon. But anyway, I'd have to wait another 3 or 4 years. Or even more.
Why's that, Kenny?
It takes money to get married.
How much?
20 pounds.
Himself is asking that for half a share in the boat.
Who's himself?
Rory Moore.
Father.
I should have thought he would have given you a half share as a wedding present, Kenny.
Ha, silly decision.
And Kenny can buy half. He'll get the other half for nothing right enough.
Good day to you, my lady.
Good day.
Good day to you, Killeoran.
I wish it was.
Oh, it will be. Yes, 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 it will be. Oh, yes, yes, indeed it will. Yes, yes, it will be. Of course, I am not saying that it is not blowing as much as it was, but it is near the end of it. Indeed, it is just like the sun, my lady. It seems always biggest just before it sets.
You're a poet, Rory Moore.
Do you think we can cross today?
No, 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 my lady, no.
Well, will you stand by in case it drops? I'll pay you for your time, of course. Well, you said yourself it might blow down. It's very important. I must get across. I'll pay you anything you ask.
I will take you to Killeoran as soon as it is humanly possible, my lady. And I will not be wanting extra payment for that.
We'll be up at the house.
than I will be in Tobermory. Fine doings indeed. That girl is so foolish. She is a woman already.
Who is it?
The islanders.
Oh, stay to lunch. Curried rabbit a la Puna. Colonel's doing it.
Good.
Hello, Joan.
Hello.
Hello.
Talk, Will.
Yes?
Will you do me a very great favor?
Yes.
Would it help me to get to Kaloran?
If I had a fair-sized boat, but I haven't, not even a small one.
But Rory would listen to you. If you asked him, he'd try to get me there. Besides, you're wasting your whole leave.
I don't mind.
Yes, you do. You love Kaloran. You haven't been there for years.
I don't mind.
You won't ask him.
No, you don't understand. It's his job to take us across. His duty, if you like. If he could, he would. Can't you wait till tomorrow? I can't ask him to risk his life or yours.
He's been out in a gale often enough. If a ship was in danger...
It's different when people are in danger and need help. What?
I want help desperately.
Do you think it'll blow out tonight?
I don't think so.
Well, do you think they'll be allowed?
Most unlikely.
Great news. Congratulate me, young lady. Torquil the Eagle is found. His good name's cleared. It was a fox that was killing the lambs. The shepherd saw it. The old boy's safe and sound up on Gorry's Leap.
It's fine.
I'm off up there after lunch for the lure. By gad, I hope I get him back. You coming?
I'd like to. What about you? We'll be back by tea time.
I think I'll stay here.
Any sign of your godson, Torquil?
No. But I can see something else. So that's it.
There ought to be a law about trees. You know Torquil? Totty.
Please, ma'am, I'd like to be speaking to Miss Webster.
Bridie wants to speak to you.
What is it, Bridie?
It's about the boat, miss. Don't be thinking of taking it out, miss. Himself will murder Kenny.
Nonsense. I look after your father. Anyway, Kenny's a man. He's taken out the boat alone many times.
But never in a gale. Himself would never take it out in a southwesterly gale.
But it's blowing out. Your father said so. It's going down all the time.
Himself would never take it out today.
And what about the money Kenny's going to earn? Do you want to have to wait another 4 years to marry him?
Well, I would then if it has to be. Some folks there are can be waiting a day to satisfy their passions.
What are you saying?
Some folks there are who want to drown fine young men and break poor girls' hearts so that they can be bedded one day sooner.
You'd better get out.
I'll be getting out tonight, please. Who are you to be giving orders? You that come in the city with your airs and graces and your heart of stone? Why should you think that our lives don't matter at all and that yours is so important?
But you don't understand. Bridie, don't cry. You think that I'm risking Kenny's life when I could stay safely here, but I'm not safe here. Oh, Bridie, I'm on the brink of losing everything I've ever wanted, ever since I could want anything.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm after taking Miss Webster to Kaloran.
You're after losing Rory's boat and drowning, the pair of you. Don't be a fool, Kenny. How much did she pay you?
£20. Now who's the fool?
I'll make it up to you. Come on, boy. Give her back her dirty money.
Oh, Kaloran, I can't do it. I promised. She made me promise, and that's the truth of it.
Where's Miss Webster?
She's in the flat. Please, Caloran, don't let her be taking Kenny.
Go on, say something.
I will. Are you a complete fool? Well?
How dare you speak to me like that?
Is it not enough that you've been told that you cannot sail today? Do you think you know better than folk who have lived here all their lives?
Rory said it was going down. Kenny said so, too.
What do you expect Kenny to say? You bought him, did you not?
There's no need to shout at me.
Why, the lad has never seen 20 pounds in his life. If you must commit suicide, why can't you do it in Manchester? Why'd you have to come here?
Don't shout at me. You're insulting. And stop bothering about me.
Why, what about Kenny?
Well, what about him?
What about Bridie? What about the crew of the lifeboat that'll have to put out to save you? What about their wives? What about their children? Do you think that I'm standing here wasting time over you?
I'm not interested in your reasons.
Are you not? Are you interested in anything but yourself?
I do know how to mind my own business.
That won't carry you far on this island or on Kaloran.
You can have this island, and you can have Kaloran.
Fine, then you won't be in any hurry to get there. You can't think you know more about these waters than Rory. Why do you think he refused to take you? Because he's as stubborn as you are?
Because he wanted to go to the dentist.
Oh, go ahead, then. And drown yourself. You heard, I suppose?
They heard you in Tobermory. Torquil.
Mm-hmm.
They'll never make it.
What do you expect me to do? Lock her in her room? She'd only jump out of the window. She's as stubborn as a mule.
She doesn't realize the danger. And you're the last person to stop her.
Aye?
She's running away from you.
Say that again. Hold on there. Give me that case. Are you the praying type?
Sometimes you.
Always. If we can stay on our course and right side up, we've got a chance.
Aren't we on our course?
Every mile nearer Kaloran, we're 2 miles nearer Scarborough.
Is that dangerous?
Yes.
Why?
For a Brecken.
Whirlpool. You never finished the story about the Norwegian prince who said that 2 ropes broke. What happened to the one made from the hair of faithful maidens?
It held until the tide turned. Nothing is stronger than true love.
No, nothing.
Are you feeling sick?
Oh, no. No, I'm all right. Go on.
But one maiden was untrue to her lover, only one. And when that strand broke, the whole rope broke with it.
Kaloran!
Get down under the hood and hang on. is the way to sail. The engine's washed out. I gotta take it apart.
What can I do?
Keep sailing. And sail. Keep it up. Clean that. Got it, reckon. Cover! Hurry up. If I can get us started before the tide turns, we've got a dog's chance. Tide's still with us. We'll do it yet.
Echt? Hat Chien. Tengo si ye gambela at 7.
So, you're back. Yahoo in. Big, strong man.
Bath and bed. There's a fire in my room, and that's where you'll sleep.
My dear chap, my very dear chap, you've missed the experience of a lifetime.
Have I?
You certainly have. While you've been messing about in boats, a new chapter's been written in the history of falconry.
Oh, you've got him back.
Ah, listen to this. He was up on the warren and came to the lure like a lamb. Like a hawk, I mean. Then the gilly suggested a hunt for this fox that's been killing the lambs. So we went off up the Tulloch. And by gad, we found the fox, and by Jimmy Christmas, he caught it.
Caught it? Who?
Torquil! Torquil the hunter! Torquil the fox hunter! Stooped at the blighter as though it was a rabbit and killed him stone dead. Here he is. Dog fox. 20 pounds if he's an ounce. I'm going to have the brush mounted for you, Torquil, old boy. Now what have you got to say?
Where is he?
There! Over the door! Isn't he a pippin? Torquil! Come on! Whoa, low, 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 low! To the eye! What? Get on to him!
You must think I'm awful.
I don't think anyone's awful.
Not even when I'm breaking my neck to marry a rich man.
Well, what's wrong with that?
But I thought you didn't care about money.
Who says so? I'd swim to Oban for 10 pounds. Glasgow for 20.
And what about Torquil?
He'd do it for 15.
Oh. But I thought that you and Rebecca Crozier and Torquil were perfectly happy without money.
What else can we do?
Well, you could sell a rag, and Rebecca could sell Ardnacroish, and Torquil could sell Kaloran.
Yes. But money isn't everything. Now go to sleep.
Thank you. Good night, Katrina.
And if you count the beams, your prayers will come true.
I'm not praying tonight.
Now, Torquil, onto your perch. That's it. Torquil, you greedy swine! Get off!
I can't do anything with my hair. Wonder what happened to my wedding dress.
A mermaid will marry in it.
How's Kenny this morning?
Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. He's helping Rowdy with the boat.
And who's for Kaloran?
Not the colonel. He's got his ego back. Not Kaloran. The only passengers I can see are you and 3 pipers.
Is the boat coming?
Yes, it's coming.
better go down and meet him.
Always the little lady doing the right thing.
I'm sorry, I can't change myself.
You're all right as you are. Bye-bye, Mrs. Potts. Time for the bus.
Goodbye, Katrina. And thank you for everything.
Will you do something for me?
It depends.
I don't care where or when, but somewhere, sometime, will you have the pipers play the role in Up Brown Maiden?
It might be done. Will you do something for me before I go away?
It depends.
I want you to kiss me.
Now, Master Torquil, I've told you 1,000 times. Once upon a time, hundreds of years ago, MacNeil of Kiloran took a beautiful wife from the mainland. But she was in love with a cousin of hers, a MacLean who held Moy Castle. After a year and a day, when her husband was away ravaging the mainland, she escaped from Kiloran and took refuge in Moy Castle with her lover. One black night, Kiloran came. He besieged and took the castle and killed every soul except the two lovers. There's a deep dungeon just off the banqueting hall. It's a well with 9 feet of water in it and a rounded stone, just big enough for a man to stand on or drown. Kiloran stripped the two lovers, chained them together and threw them into the dungeon. He sat in the great hall, feasted and mocked them while they held one another above the water till their strength failed and they dragged one another down. Before she died, the woman cursed Kiloran and every future MacNeil of Kiloran if they should ever cross the threshold of the castle. There's the curse, carved in stone on the ramparts, there to this day. It's a terrible, strong curse. It goes, This is the curse of Katrina MacLean of Eric. My curse on MacNeil of Kiloran, and every MacNeil after him, if he shall ever cross the threshold of Moy. Never shall he leave it a free man.
To you. I'd rather swim in the sea than in a swimming pool.
I know.
And I'd rather catch salmon in my own stream if somebody teach me how.
I know.
And I'd rather go to Kiloran in Rory Moore's boat after the hell I've raised.
And I was lying to you, too. I'm not really afraid of this place.
I know.
Never shall he leave it a free man. He shall be chained to a woman to the end of his days, and he shall die in his chains.
I know where I'm going, and I know who's going with me. I know who I love, but the dear knows who I'll marry. Stockings of silk, shoes of fine green leather, combs to buckle my hair, and a ring for every finger. Some say he's black, but I